Top three things this morning in my notebook: number one, deflation; number two, oil; and number three, U.S. equity market volume. So first on deflation, this has been signaled again and again and again. I don't know how else to say it if you haven't watched Miracle. Again, so watch it. So again, this is the deflation. You can see deflation in 5-year break-evens. You can see it in tips. You could see it in a down oil price of 42% since June. You could see it across the board in anyone who gets paid in oil terms. So again, deflation is not inflation. Expectations are what rule the day. And while it should not be raining in December in Connecticut, it is raining. So deal with the deflation and the rain. Point number two, oil. Just to contextualize the risk range, that's the most important point. We actually tapped the low end of our risk range, which yesterday was 62.21 for WTI. Now that number on the low end of the risk range is 61.27. So again, nonlinear model, it adapts dynamically to changing price, volume, and volatility. That has not changed for Hedgeye's process. Certainly hasn't changed in terms of how we look at the oil price. So that's your new risk range, 61.27 to 68.02. At 68.02 or 78.02 for that matter, I mean, I think Kaiser would tell you, that at 78.02, a lot of guys can't pay their distributions and dividends either. That's a problem. Okay, in particular for a high yield and junk that's related to energy cash flow streams that are based on said inflation expectations in oil. So I digress. We've been only saying this for quite some time. Then finally on volume, and again, we've been saying this over and over and over and again on volume. Again, look at on the down day, what happened to the volume? I'll give you a wild guess. It accelerated. Yesterday's total U.S. equity market volume, including dark pool, up 25% versus the 1-month average, up 17% versus the 3-month average. So again, this is called a liquidity trap. That's why the moves to the downside are gappy, and that's why the elevator up on the inching of the moves up are what they are. They're elevator up, windows on the way down.